King.
The worst thing we could have done was get proud of saying, I'm grown, I'm grown. You see, it was interesting because I was a freshman in college and I met this brother from Harlem. And he was a lot older than me, and he'd gone to college. He was like 5 years old, but he was a freshman with me, and he'd gone through some real hardship. And he went to school. He was a freshman in college, and he came down to my hometown in South Carolina to spend the summer with me and some other people he met. And I said, man, I'm grown. You know, I'm fucking 19. Didn't know my ass from holding it. I'm grown. He said, man, never say you grown. Say you growing. And at that particular time, he might have not knew what it was, but he knew that we didn't know nothing. You see what I'm saying? And I remember, and I always say this, I remember I was and I talked about this on my lecture. I was at Benedict College in South Carolina, HBCU, a black college. And I was down there, and I was standing on the campus, and the coach was saying, man, you went to school, you're college educated, how do you feel? And I'm looking at him, and I'm like, I don't feel nothing. I don't know nothing. Because them fools just rip you off, take your money.
Thank you.
They didn't teach me how to get out that damn front door. Only thing they teach you is to get dependent on a school loan and to go get whatever job they want you to get. You see what I'm saying? And train you on that particular level, but that's not, a real education is not allowed. This is the only education there is. You see what I'm saying? The only education there is. The point I'm trying, they taught me how to dress a little better. You see what I'm saying? But I didn't have to spend damn $5,000 a year at that time to learn how to put on a certain suit. But I'm just trying to say here is, it was culture for service. That's what one of the motto at Clark, Atlanta that I went to. Culture for service. We're giving you a culture to serve somebody else. But the point I'm trying to make here is we have to become innocent. So now we're not talking about shirk your responsibility as an adult. We're talking about a psychological thing. We're talking about a psychological thing to get back in touch with that child, that kid that you used to be having. Because you've been sad since you became an adult in a world like this. Got to get up and go to work or whatever type thing here and shell out dollars and pursue an acquisition of wealth, which is slavery. Now I'm talking about an adult whereas you don't even need no money. Something that you used to do as a child that you used to like. Now I'm going ahead of myself, but there's a whole nother fairy realm, a mystical spiritual realm. And we got access to it, but you can't come with the ego and the person that you have become. You see what I'm saying? The last 30, 40, 50, 60 years. It has to be that particular person before somebody got to us and made us into monsters. When we were young, you see what I'm saying? And we didn't judge on a certain level. You get where I'm coming from here? Now I'm going ahead of myself, and I don't want this to sound like this is, this brother here's reaching for straws. No, there's some science behind what I'm dealing with here. But we talk about getting back to that inner child. That's the key. You see what I'm saying? If you can do that and all, you can work magic. You see what I'm saying? Where you don't worry as much. So we have to become an optimistic freak. You see what I'm saying? Whereas, and I know it's a lot of strenuous things, but it's even this, we celebrating this goddess Lakshmi. The goddess Lakshmi, see if I got the overlay of the goddess Lakshmi, which is the goddess of wealth and prosperity. The goddess of wealth and prosperity. This is the goddess Lakshmi, which is connected with Sekhmet, which is the goddess of wealth and prosperity. Let's see if we can. Hold up. Now, what I do is I work the lights, and I do all the work. But that wealth and that prosperity, you see what I'm saying? This is an ancient sister. That wealth and that prosperity comes when you stop worrying about money and finances. So what do they say? A sister told me about 10 years ago. She was channeling from the spirit realm. She said, follow knowledge, and money will run to you. Follow money, and money will run from you. You never get on top of money. You don't think so? It's something called a mailbox. As soon as you think you got shit paid off, you walk out to the mailbox, here's another bill. So this is a never-ending story to keep you trapped forever. So don't worry about it. You see what I'm saying? Don't worry about it. You see. So in dealing with this, we have to become like children. I have made a career out of this shit. You know, especially when it comes to not worrying about finances and stuff. You see, because I can't really worry about what I never had. But I do all right now in the sense that I don't worry about a certain amount of things, and things work perfect. Now, moving right along, what we want to do is we want to put a strong libation, get the energies. And the reason why we want to do that, we got the strong, this is 151, so, Bacardi, so, we got some strong stuff for the spirit. You know, some of y'all know about this. You didn't, your headache did. They even got this thing even has a little grill funnel on it. They say, don't pour that much. You know, we want to pour some of this and stuff to offset these rituals that are done. You understand what I'm saying? And we're going to go into some of this particular science. I got a TV up under here and a VCR. I'm going to show you some other things on one of the major things that happened with Katrina was with those babies that people can't find. We're going to go into the process on what happened to them and all of that. You see what I'm saying?